Good morning, everybody. It is 10:06 on November 1st, 2021. This is also known as the Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. It's the day after Halloween, and it's the time of the year when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest. It's not going to get much thinner than it is today. What that means is that we can connect with other planes of existence easier today and yesterday and around this time than at any other time of the year. So this is a year that we do our Spirit Circle, Spirits Night Out with Lady Brenda in Georgia. And it's a good time to talk to the ancestors or to talk to those that have deceased. And they are readily available. So I have these cards, and they are messages from the deceased. And I'm going to pick one, have you pick one, just one today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, starting from the top left and down to the bottom single. And you will get a message from somebody that you care about that's deceased. Now, not everybody will resonate, but some of you will, and those that need to get a message will be getting it. So anyway, I'm Georgia, and my website is www.ravenhawktarot.com, and you can reach me through there if you'd like to get a reading. I'm doing my New Year's readings now, starting in November. This is a 12 plus 1 card for an overall card, but it's a card for each month of the year, plus a mini oracle reading, and it's only $50, and you can sign up for that on my website through the store. Let's get started now with this reading. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes and think about the 6 cards. Think about numbers in your head. And pick a number from 1 to 6. Or if you see a card that kind of jumps out at you, that's your card. But close your eyes, put yourself in a little bit of a meditative state. And I want you to think about the person that you would like to hear from most. Okay? So just think about them. Visualize them in your head. Visualize their face and their features and their energy, the way that they are. And then pick your number, and then I'm gonna turn them over. They'll be short because the words on the cards are pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so if you pick number 1, I had to leave that way. Now this is for someone who perhaps died a violent death or died by their own hands. I get a car accident from somebody. Somebody died in a car accident. And that was the way that their soul wanted to leave, so that's what happened. So just know that, you know, if you're harboring any guilt about it or anything else, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them and their soul contract and their lives. So let go of any guilt you might feel, especially in the event of a suicide. That was a decision that was made by that person, not you. Didn't have anything to do with you. So let go of any guilt you may be feeling, but know that they had to leave that way. And I feel it was a sudden death, very sudden, something that just wasn't expected. Maybe the person was too young to go. Okay, the next card is I am standing right next to you. I think we tend to think that those that have passed are just gone. They've just sort of vanished into thin air. And that's it. They're done. They're gone. It's over, you know, and it's not. It's definitely not. When you can see spirits and as I have lived with spirits, I lived in a haunted house. They're very much there, and even over hundreds of years, they're very much there. And sometimes they're quite corporeal, meaning that they look like a person, that they're solid. So I have seen spirits. I totally believe that life goes on after death, and this person wants you to know that they go on, and maybe you don't know that, or you're grieving so hard you just think that they're gone, but they're not. So I would take this to let you know that they are there. So talk to them. You know, you can have conversations. If there's something unsaid, you can say it. They will hear you. If you need to apologize or you need to say goodbye, you know, you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I feel somebody who's going to watch this didn't get a chance to say goodbye. And just know that they're there. You can do it now. It's never too late. As a matter of fact, they're in their spirit state, they're eternal. You know, in your body, you're not eternal, obviously. Your body is not. It's limited. But in a spirit state, they're eternal. Number 3, it is beautiful where I am. So if you're wondering, like, where did they go? You know, or again, like the last card, if you believe that they just disappear into thin air, they don't. They go somewhere that's beautiful to them. And I think it's usually within their spiritual belief system. But they're in a very beautiful place, and they want you to know that. It's beautiful where I am. You know, maybe life wasn't so beautiful for them. I feel that that's true for somebody who's listening. So it is beautiful where I am. Number 4, we are so connected. I feel that this is somebody who has lost, like, a lover or a husband or a wife, soulmate. Somebody who's lost a soulmate. And just know, soulmates can be anybody. I mean, they can be children, they can be lovers, they can be husband and wives, they can be friends. There's different types of soulmates. And if you're interested in soulmates, if you go to my website, www.ravenhawktarot.com /blog, there's a lot of blog posts about soulmates, the different kinds and the different ways that they come into your life. But this is for somebody who's lost a soulmate, and they're letting you know that you are still connected. That connection doesn't go away. You may go on with your life, and that's perfectly fine, but there will always be that connection. And I know that to be true personally. So there will always be a connection with your soulmate. So just know that, and let that give you some comfort if you've lost somebody that you loved dearly. My mind is free. The darkness makes me think of a person who was maybe very depressed or mentally ill. They had a lot of darkness around them. But once they passed, they were free from the darkness. But I don't believe that it happens instantaneously. I mean, my experience with people who have depression or mental illness, they pass, and it takes time to heal, even when you're in a soul state. You don't, like, instantly become enlightened and happy and wonderful. There's still work to be done once you pass. Probably a good reason to do as much of the work while you're here as you can. But this person is free from their depression, mental illness, whatever they were experiencing while they were alive. So just know that, and I think it should give some comfort. I do see a woman, very depressed, I see her pulling out her hair. She was maybe very, very unhappy, very depressed, trouble coping with her life. And death freed her from that. So, death is just a beginning. It's not the end. Just know that that person is free. They have time to heal in the soul state. And they can come back and live a different life and learn a different lesson. Card number 6. Now I have no pain. I feel that this person or people died of cancer or some terrible disease like that. Very debilitating, and it might have taken a while for them to pass. And I believe that there was a lot of pain in the end. And it reminds me, God makes me think of a friend of mine that passed. She had cancer, and she was in a lot of pain at the end. And I almost feel like this message is also for me as well as for you. That now there's no pain. And that's good to know. I mean, nobody wants anybody to suffer. So just know that this person who died perhaps a difficult death is now not in pain. So as you see, these messages are pretty uplifting, and I think that death, we tend to think of it as an ending, but it's not. It's not the end. It's just another beginning for something new to come in, and for that person to do something new. So I hope it's a little bit of a comfort to you if you're dealing with the death of a loved one or a lover or even a child. I'm not feeling a lot of children in this reading. Maybe the first one, the first card, card number 1, I believe was a younger person. So just take what you need from this reading and be comforted, and think of them today on this Day of the Dead. You can even, like when you sit down to dinner tonight, you can do what the pagans call a dumb supper. You set a plate and you put out food, but nobody's allowed to sit in that seat, and it's reserved for the person that has departed. And it's a way of honoring them. And you can light your candles and honor your people. Put out their pictures. Do a little altar to the dead. You know, connect with your ancestors. Do some genealogical research. That's what today is for. So I hope this brought some comfort, and I hope to see you all soon, hear from you. Like I said, if you want a reading, www.ravenhawktarot.com. All readings this month are $50, half hour. And I'm also starting New Year's readings this month, anytime. That's, again, my 12-month reading. And I hope to hear from you, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Blessings.